Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a daily checkity check, see what the energies are for today, for whoever is tuning into this reading, whenever you're tuning in. So this is a general reading. I'm not tuning into one person's specific energies. If you would like a reading where I tune into your specific energies, you are welcome to schedule an appointment with me for reading, coaching, house clearing, so many different things fun activities, fun with Wendy that you can sign up for. All right. So starting with your Kali Oracle card, Shri Bala, number 27. A new card. For those of you who have been following the daily checkity check, it's been a lot of the same cards every couple of days. All right. Shri Bala, divine child with wisdom beyond her years. The old soul with deep knowing dwells within our hearts. She urges you to commit to your most passionate inspirations completely and without hesitation. There are genius and wisdom in what you yearn to do. I'm going to say that again. There are genius and wisdom in what you yearn to do. For that, I'm getting to trusting what you're drawn to. You have a greater capacity to attain fruition than those around you recognize. Believe in yourself, even if no one else does. It is not imagination that drives you towards your destiny, but an instinctive recognition of your true purpose. Validation from others will come later. Your path is authentic and you are destined to succeed. Wow. That's really great, because I was getting, before this reading, as I was shuffling the decks, this message that it is wise at this time to tune into your higher self, to the divine, your guides, for indications of where you are on your journey versus the views of most of those around you. Because I get the feeling that if you tune into how those around you, most people around you, are perceiving you, you're gonna be filled with self-doubt and see yourself from a not accurate reflection. They are projecting, an image of you from the past. And so it's really hard to escape. This is a reflection of their unprocessed and a lack of integration of their own energies. And so they're unable to see the truth of where you are right now. And to be fair, you're just getting used to this new energy, and you might be judging them. You might be judging them pretty severely. You might be perceiving that people who you're having difficulty with and run-ins, people who have, well, you know who the difficult people are in your life. There's something about judgment and letting them follow their path. There's something karmic about it as well, like allowing them, maybe they're not on the same timeline or path that you are, and your path is to explore integration in the light, and theirs maybe is to dive deeper into the dark. Who's to say which path is correct? If you say it's the light, then there's judgment in that there's a correct path. Do you remember times when you have explored darker subjects? And what if someone said that this is incorrect? You're not allowed to choose that option. You'd probably choose it all the harder for one thing. And there was some type of lesson that you needed to learn. They might have already learned it. And so they're like, don't go in that. Don't explore that. That's a, difficult lesson to learn. But if you haven't learned it yet, you might heed their warning, but you haven't embodied the lesson. So I'm getting like not judging others so harshly, and tune into Sri Bala, the emanation of Kali and divine spirits around you who see where your energy is now and see all the blessings that are coming your way that you cannot perceive yet. And definitely those around you cannot perceive yet. So, wow, a lot of messages right off the bat. Okay. So in the past, there's this energy of Three of Cups in reverse. Not getting along. This is a lack of togetherness. This is a lack of loyalty, a lack of fraternity, a lack of true understanding of what belongingness entails. These are people who wear a lot of masks, who mirror and match people. This is polite society, and I mean that in the most judgy way possible. You know what I mean? Like, oh, so polite people, but they're masked. They're smiling liars. They smile to your face and they stab you in the back. To be honest, I grew up around these energies and fully took part in this activity. I didn't realize at the time. So, yeah, I recognize that. I've been around it and not enjoyed it. And I've also participated in it and not realized that there is another way of being. Egads, being honest and truthful with how I feel, was everything was a maneuver. There's no truth. It's because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or make them see less of you. So instead of telling people the honest truth about how you feel and them be upset, you just are constantly telling them what you think they want to hear, which leads to, it's like a constant Three's Company scenario, like a rom-com where formulaic type of storylines that just keep perpetuating because of a lack of trying something different, being authentic. Yeah, I'll own that. I recognize that energy. Wonder if you do too. All right. So yeah, this was definitely a mindset, a way of being that you didn't realize there was any other way of being. And whoever was in this, like it's a mental prison. You think there's no other way. You're blindfolded to another way. And I love, so I'm using these vice versa cards. And so the Eight of Swords in the back, you can see that the rope is really loose. that this person isn't really tied down. The sword is loose too. Getting a real America kind of feeling. America. Look, yeah. Sorry. So freedom, that power, that you realize you have the freedom. You don't have to engage in this type of behavior, in masking yourself and not telling the truth. That it was like, oh my gosh, there's a freedom in speaking your mind. There's a freedom in trusting others with their pain. Telling people the truth. I'm not going to go to the party. I appreciate the invite, but I don't want to go. But just staying with no, I'm not going to make it. I'm sorry if that hurts. And I'll trust that they're going to be able to work through and process that anger. Or you also find out, is this someone who is really more interested in controlling your behavior and getting you to move you and doing what they want you to do? Does that make sense? But either way, by either trusting that by disappointing someone that they can work through the disappointment, or they can show you, if they get petty and vindictive, that's good information, because maybe they need to be put further out in your circle, like not so close to you. Just good information. This is about being really honest with yourself. So I think as you recognize this aspect of who you were, that you started changing, becoming more authentic, speaking your truth more, setting boundaries, that this leads to your 10 of Cups. This leads to emotional fulfillment. It's interesting that this is about emotions and the way you deal with your emotions, but where the program was in your mental body, how you perceive things. So it's like you're clearing some of your ways of thinking. And by clearing the ways of how you perceive yourself in the world and how you're thinking, it has helped you with your emotions, becoming more emotionally stable, finding others. This is the path to finding others who are just authentic. You're not constantly trying to create an image, your ego, worried about what others are going to say and do. You're living your life, and you're finding others who are more and more unmasked. I've found this, like strangers, where normally there would be a mask, meeting strangers and being completely just open-hearted and showing up as myself, them showing up as themselves. And it's so refreshing, and it feeds the soul. It's amazing. I feel like this has been huge in your past. I don't feel, as we're talking about Sri Bala, that others around you might not see this yet. So the people who you've been around and spent most of the time when masked, they don't understand this unmasking thing. They don't understand what the attraction is. They don't understand. They're embarrassed, I think. Embarrassed, and they don't understand why you're not embarrassed by being authentic you. So there's a lot of judgment coming at you. And if you feel that, I feel you. All right. Right now in current energy is justice. balancing out, some karma being balanced out. All right, what do we need to know about justice? I don't know why all of a sudden I'm tuned in to all of you out there watching. Just want to send you appreciation for all your comments and your likes and subscribing. This has been such a fun journey. I look forward to these readings, doing the checkity checks every day. So just wanted to let you know that I really appreciate you. All right, back to business. Justice and evening out. Oh, okay. This is in regards to a childhood. You were not treated fairly as a child. You were not given the emotional fulfillment that you needed. You were not cared for. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate. You were not cared for. There's a feeling you perceive you were neglected, that there was a lack of care for you, about you. And it looks like this really created how you perceive yourself, how your family of origin, how the people around you during those early years, formative years. Okay. I'm getting, there's a part of you that knew there's this beautiful spark of light within you, something very timely, something that only comes around once in a great while. Your light was not understood. Your light was not appreciated. Your light heralds a new age, new information, new ways of doing things. You had to, you wanted to, you purposely chose families, you purposely chose a family where your light would not be appreciated, understood. It definitely has that ugly duckling, like they don't realize they're trying to make you fit, quack like a duck, walk like a duck, but you're not a duck. You're something very special. And by you choosing to go take your unique light into a very dark, unconscious family, you got to experience firsthand these feelings of not being wanted, not being cared for, not being understood, not belonging. Seeking for the energy of love outside of you. And constantly coming up short. I mean, there's tons of beliefs around there. I've just kind of highlighted the main objective when you came into this world with your light information. It's like they didn't realize what a blessing you are. And this must have been very confusing growing up, feeling that energy of blessing, but nobody else around you can see it. I think that's why we got Sri Bala. This isn't just what's going on now. This is what's happened in your life. People around you don't appreciate your light. They can't see it. And you purposely have incarnated and been around people, family, regions, societies. You've purposely picked where you won't be seen. So you have to go searching for that special meaning within you. And you have to believe in it and have faith in it and amplify it for it to come out. Wow. I'm liking this. Check it. I'm like all goosebumpy. This is great. So this is coming, there's something in current energy right now. It's like that balance that has been out of balance for what, your whole life? Most of your whole life? I feel like what you're coming into is understanding. The more you understand yourself, you will see the reflection of others understanding you. The more you realize how much you belong here, how important you are, and really embody that and start behaving and carrying yourself in a way that I belong here. Not I belong here, you don't, but I do belong here, as do all of you. We all have our own purpose. It's not to you becoming you is not to the detriment of others. It is you becoming you is to the enlightenment of those around you. Wow. That's, you're really, you've shifted so much. You've healed so much trauma, childhood trauma. You take an accountability for who you are. Wow, you're really moving towards a celebration, finding security, stability, real stability. I think in the past you've had different ways of believing that you thought brought you at least temporary forms of stability. Your attachment style, trauma bonding, dependency on others, just ways of being that you've tried, you've used that had some effect, otherwise you wouldn't have gravitated to them. But now that you've cleared them out, you're realizing what true stability is. It's about carrying, it's like a unification and a belonging of all aspects of who you are within, becoming very whole and complete as a person, as a very multi-dimensional person. Wow. Right now you're working on your stability and your security. There's something you're really, you've walked away from something very unsatisfying, and it feels like you're focusing on that foundation, creating yeah, again, 2 cards in a row. There's that foundation. I'm working on creating something sturdy, lasting, someplace I can be truly happy, instead of trying to chameleon and mask who you are and trying to find a place where you fit. Instead, you're unmasking, you're becoming more and more yourself, and creating a place and a way of being so you can be yourself on the foundation of being you, of accepting you, of belonging, of feeling belonging within your body, feeling belonging between your mental, emotional, spiritual, physical body. But there's a lot of fast action coming in your energy. I feel like you're taking this truth, this energy of your truth. I feel an excitement, like I'm ready to move out. Maybe you're literally going to move. It's like I'm going to try new things. The whole different world view. Kind of like you have a new car smell and you want to take that car out on all sorts of adventures and different type of roads and see how your car performs, how your new you and the new energy, how it handles the curves. You don't want to keep it in the garage and protected. You want to go out and like pedal to the metal. Let's check this out. Let's squeal the tires. Let's pick up some friends. Feel like you're ready to see what you like now. I mean, maybe what you didn't like in the past isn't that. Maybe you like things now that you didn't in the past. I feel like you're like a baby. I don't know what I like and what I don't like fully because I'm in a very different, open, receptive mode of trying new things, trying new you. All right, in the center of your reading, from your higher self is about partnership. That Two of Cups, that fulfillment. Getting both ways. I'm feeling that this is more about you finding you bringing together aspects of you that have been kept apart by judgment. Your masculine and feminine energies coming together, your past and your present energies, your as above, so below energies, your conscious and unconscious. I'm getting this feeling that you're feeling more and more complete, more and more whole, more and more independent, and that you're carrying alignment. You're aligned in your space more often than not, and it's very attractive. It carries that authenticity. You're not chasing anything. Feels like you might start to worry about something and then you're like, I just know it'll work out. There's just a new way. This is interesting that I'm getting all that from Two of Cups. I think you've realized that the masking yourself, not speaking your truth, has been a huge burden. Not really being able, not from when you were raised, you're not allowed to tell people how you feel about them or how you feel. It feels like a veneer of pretend. It feels like a lot of actors. I feel like you're now seeing how not being able to communicate your truth clearly to others has led to, it's like your self-deception, chronic, constant self-deception it's very confusing because you're constantly telling everybody what you think they want to hear. And after you're doing that for so long, you're not even quite sure where the truth is, where your truth is. And so you've put down that burden. That cycle is ending. Feels also like not judging past you for doing this. You didn't know. And once you see it, you're like, oh, okay, all right. And you're holding your own light. There's something that's been coming out in the last readings about holding your own light, being very much an independent bearer of your light. And this brings you stability, abundance, a new way of being, fertility, peace. Also getting, you might not realize, you might still be running under some assumptions from the past that you have to work hard or give a lot to the people around you because you don't really understand how valuable you are to others. Maybe letting those thoughts go. If you notice yourself thinking about them, about that you're a burden around others, that others are burdened by your company, or I feel like too many people have shown you this picture and shown you this idea that you're difficult to be around. And it has created some insecurities within you. What I'm seeing is someone who people are lucky to be around because you carry that energy of, I can be myself. I'm constantly, if there are forks in the road, I'm going to choose my soul and my purpose. Not, I'm choosing me, YOLO. But not from an ego standpoint, making choices for yourself, but from a soul standpoint, you are choosing your soul and your path. And people, I get the feeling that, I'm also seeing people will come to you with burdens. I get the feeling that people already have in your life see you as someone who's very helpful. But what's interesting is by just talking with you, just being in your non-judgmental state, because you've learned how to accept yourself and there's a lack of self-judgment. And it looks like this helps others complete their cycle, to let go their burdens. This, you showing up unmasked, shows others how to do it. They might not, join you immediately, but it feels like for some, you plant seeds that won't sprout for decades, maybe lifetimes. For others, they already have seeds planted from someone else down the line, and maybe you are the bit of sunshine or watering and nurturing so they can, if they're ready. This is all you just carrying this energy of potential to spark, to either plant a seed in others or spark their awakening, really activation of their energy. Someone or someone's did this for you along the way. Lots of different people. Synchronicities, a perfect timing to help you find your consciousness, to spark you to ask the right questions so you could find your light. Wow. All right. Your challenge right now is 6 of Cups. Looking back. I do feel this it feels like you might be trying to make logical sense of how you pictured your life and what you wanted as a child and where you are now are very incongruent. They're very different. And you might be judging that different is bad. Different means you failed, instead of it's a whole different game we're playing. You were playing baseball before you became conscious, and now you realize that that isn't even the game I'm playing. I'm playing, God, I don't know why. Wiffle ball keeps coming. I don't even know what playing wiffle ball is. Maybe that's for someone out there. There's something very different about it. It's a whole different set of rules. Actually, it's like you're letting go of the rules. I'm also getting that this isn't about becoming more and more you, adding more and more. It's about letting go of what the energies and beliefs around you that have kept you from being you. So instead of needing to add more and more, in Buddhism, there's the imagery is that each of us is a jewel that is covered in dirt, is buried deep. And so it isn't about trying to create the jewel that is you. It's about figuring out how to uncover all that is not you. And I feel that that's what this healing and these learning, these lessons you've been going through is helping you realize what's not you, that you already are complete and a jewel and amazing. Your challenge is to have some fun, to go out. What are you interested in as new you? What would be a fun way to meet people? Meet new people. What are you interested in? What can you do today that's that sounds fun, very different? It doesn't mean that it's going to be your answer. It means like I want to try some different things. I want to get out there in the world and explore this world with my new energy and see how communication is with others, how, do I enjoy this? Do I not enjoy this? It feels like you're going on an adventure to find like-minded souls. And it's not like searching but it's like an opportunity. Are there some clubs? Are there some classes you want to take? Where can you go and explore and share with that open, adventurous spirit of I want to take me out and have some fun. I want to take my energy out, be myself, and keep doing that until I start finding new things and discovering what I don't like. That's good information too. But I'm getting like book club, dancing, a lot of like clubs, getting together. What are things that you really love doing? And what are you drawn to? Use that discernment that you've been learning to see what pulls you in. I think right now you've been feeling a lot of in your life, this feeling very separated from others. And that is your challenge right now, is getting rid of those, I'm separate, I'm different, there's something wrong with me, I don't fit, I don't belong. And show yourself, I belong, I'm beloved, I'm friendly, I'm fun, people love me, I love being around people, I'm friendly, I'm caring, people care about me, people enjoy my company, I am community, I am alignment, I am entertainment, I am authentic, I am genuine. It isn't that you haven't belonged, it's that you've been trying to belong to, it's like dissonance. I'm hearing like two different notes. You've been like a B flat, and you've been trying to fit in a G sharp world. I don't even know if that, I'm not musical, but do you know what I mean? You can't get appreciation from those G flat people and validation of, you might be the best B flat ever, perfect pitch, amazing tonal quality, but you can't be appreciated by the people in the old energy. It's time to get out there and find your new squad, your spiritual squad, your fun squad, your maybe you need several different squads. Feel like these people are waiting for you. It's not that you're needy and going out. There are people wanting to find you too. They're waiting for you to find the confidence because they're missing you. Your soulmates, your soul family, your soul tribe. And the more you stay hidden behind the belief that you don't have anything to offer, you don't fit in, you don't belong, then you're withholding that from someone else who's also looking for you, looking for like a group of people. I'm seeing lots of people who are waiting for you to appreciate yourself and recognize your belongingness in the whole scheme of things, to choose yourself. So, all right. Wow. What a daily checkity check. Indeed. All right. Take care, friends. Have a good day. Bye.